If you see a shadow on me, we're going back inside and won't do this for 30 days. Everybody ready? After several months? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We have called this press conference in order to make an announcement. I am going to ask Senator McClure to hold markup on my bill earlier introduced, upon which he has held extensive hearings, S-1515, which deals with the California wilderness. For more than a year now, we have been involved in agonizing and painstaking studies, analyses, conferring with the people involved, both the legislators whose districts were involved, environmentalists, those who are the resource people. Finally, we have come to a conclusion that if there is to be any progress, there must be a compromise. So this afternoon, I've called you together to announce that when we receive markup from Senator McClure's committee, we are going to offer as an amendment legislation that will have the effect of, first, conferring upon the Tuolumne River the protection of wild and scenic status. Next, with respect to wilderness itself, we are introducing a compromise bill. It contains something to perhaps offend everyone. It will please no one altogether. It is a reasonable and responsible compromise. The rare two recommendations are for 1.2 million acres additional wilderness in the state of California in terms of the U.S. forest lands involved. The House legislation authored by the late Representative Burton, H.R. 1437, contains virtually double that amount. What we are proposing this afternoon is 1.69 or almost 1.7 million acres. I think that we have come up with a compromise that makes a great deal of sense. As I say, we knew at the outset that there was no pleasing everyone. That is simply impossible on a deal that, on a bill which deals with a mini nation like California, and that deals with as many subjects as are involved. We're talking about different kinds of resources. We're talking about conflicting goals to achieve employment. But what we have done, I think, particularly in the case of the Tuolumne River, is to achieve for generations to come the opportunity to enjoy what is one of the very last remaining stretches of whitewater in the United States. And to put that most simply, the question came down to whether or not we would make still further power available when other resources as alternatives were available, only because it would achieve a still lesser cost than that already enjoyed by the present users in Stanislaus County. They currently enjoy the cheapest power rates in the state. The cost of doing so would have been to lose the spectacular, I think justly termed remarkable, scenic and recreational value of one of the few remaining stretches of wild river in the country. There is less than 2% of all of the river mileage in the lower 48 states that remains in a wild and scenic condition. What we are doing here, I think, makes sense. If a future Congress disagrees, clearly they have the right to reverse this decision. In contrast, were we to allow development on the main stem, we would in fact be making an irrevocable decision that would deny to the tens of thousands who annually visit as seekers of recreation and some spiritual inspiration the opportunity to enjoy it.